Hi YouTube, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be talking about the Mario Gaming World Icy Icy Outpost 2nd Digimon Circuit Tournament. That is a mouthful of a name. My god. We're going to talk about the top 16 decks and the ratios compared them to last week's tournament, and then we're going to go dive into the top 8 actual deck lists. So, guys, like this content? You know, like it, comment, subscribe. That's what we're all about. Also, anyone in Twitch chat, because we're streaming this live right now, feel free to say hi to YouTube, because we just went in. We're just going on here. So, Nobu won with D-Brigade. Shout out to Nobu. But the top 8 consisted of D-Brigade, Yellow, and then Seccon, Jesmon, and Gobblebond. And then we had some other decks in there too. Lilith Loop, Musketeers, a bunch of Gobblebond, and Black Royal Knights. So, which is really cool. The yellow was a Mastermon deck. There was one version of Gobblebond playing the Ancient, and one version playing the Red cards. So that's honestly pretty cool. So if you look at our top 16 breakdown here, 5 Gobblebond decks in top 16, 3 Jesmon decks, 3 Security Control decks. It's making a resurgence, guys. And then the one-ofs, the D-Brigade, the Yellow, the Lilith Loop, the Muskets, and the Black Royal Knights, which came 16th. Just sneak it in there, squeeze it in nice and good. We compare this to last week's. Last time there were 6 Gobblebond decks. So, like, that hasn't changed much. But, what you see here, Gobblebond did well last week in last week's tournament. What happened? Did everyone forget that Gobblebond exists or something? Because I'm under the impression that Gobblebond is actually a really good deck this format. And seeing it just not appear, especially in a top cut with Security Control and Muskets, I don't know, feels kind of weird if you ask me. So maybe Gobblebond just had a bad day. Maybe people just didn't want to play Gobblebond. Maybe they want to try something else. I have no idea. But anyway, this is a nice, healthy top 8, honestly. Or top 16. I get a lot of rogue decks in there, and the rogue decks did well. Like, D-Brigade did well, Yellow did well. Oh, and technically speaking, all of these players, 2nd place to 12th place, these were X1s, because the last undefeated in round 5 got a pair down and lost, which means that the tournament ended after 5 rounds. So literally, all these decks here were X1. So Muskets went X1, the 3 Seccon decks went X1, Yellow went X1, Lilith Loop went X1. So it's actually super healthy when you think about it. So I really like that a lot, and I think there's a lot of diversity in this format. Nobody can convince me otherwise. So that's where I'm at. Let's talk about the deck lists now. First of all is frickin' D-Brigades. Now this is a deck profile I uploaded yesterday. This is Nobu's deck. So we're not going to talk about it. You can just watch the deck profile if you want his in-depth analysis. Honestly, D-Brigade topped last week, came 2nd, and came 1st today. I think D-Brigade has a place in this format, and I would be surprised if we see more and more people giving that deck a try. Next, Security Control that came 2nd place. Some interesting things here. This is the one that played Ornithmons, Machinedramons, and the one random Sora and Joe. And the rest of the stuff is kind of regular. You know, you got Salamons, you got Magnas, Lusa, Magnas, freaking Sakuyas. 4's Worth Defeat, I think, is the way to go. And a bunch of healthy Tamers, a bunch of good cards. This is honestly a good representation of what Security Control looks like. The Machinedramon and the Ornithmon definitely being big techs. Machinedramon being able to de-digivolve and be a blocker. And Ornithmon popping something on play and having Security +1. It also has the hidden benefit, by playing these ones, you can evolve in Zord Defeat instead of hard dropping it. I saw a lot of people hard drop Zord Defeat yesterday, which is kind of funny, but that's what you do sometimes. You can't always have insecurity, right? So something interesting that this deck didn't play that I saw a lot of are the Security Digimon and Tactical Retreats, but we'll get there. 2nd place Security Control list, way to go. It was a really well done performance. Now we go to 3rd place with the Mastermon Yellow, which is really just... he told me that the 4 Mimicmon was the best card in his deck, which honestly I can get behind. Something really cool we also saw was the One of Gazimon. Now, I haven't seen this since I played the One of Gazimon back in Lord Knight Masty in Set 5, and I said that was a really good idea, and honestly, being able to bring back Gazimon with a Mastermon or a Hard Plate in a format with memory boosts, that's really freaking strong, guys. So, you know what, I'm a big fan of this lineup, honestly. It didn't play techie stuff like Tapirmon or Patamon. It was just consistent. 4 Bushy, honestly, the way to go. 4 Bushy, like hello. And the 4 Starmons is fine, the 4 Pulsemon is great, and the 4 Wizardmon is good. And the level 5s and level 6s are fine. No Valderarm, no Zork defeat, but honestly, replaced it with some Wyvern's Breath. He also decided not to play any Sora, or not Sora and Joe, TK and Kari. Also didn't play Purple Kari. This deck looks very streamlined, very consistent, with the level 5s being the most variant. Great job. 3rd place deck. That's pretty poggers. 4th place Jetsmon. This was Gyroshan. So, shout out to Gyroshan. He played very well. He played more level 6s in this deck than or level 5s than I've seen in a while. He played 2 War Growl from the starter deck in addition to the Savior. This gives you security +1 if you delete something inheritable. And then when Digivolving, you kill something small. It's pretty good, honestly. He did play 4 Guilmon despite not playing Gallantmons, and also played 4 Huck and 3 Mono, with 3 Blanc and 3 CL. Little weird in the ratios, also playing Cordramon, but honestly, I think the deck was pretty good. I think it was consistent. Obviously, it worked well for him, so I can't knock it. He played Baby Dramons, which is fine. 2 Tamers, 2 Delicate Plans, 3 Judgments, Insane, and 3 Memory Boost. Shout out to Sean, you did really good. Loved watching you play. 5th place Security Control deck. So this one just played Cordramon, didn't play Geogreymon, but played Cordramon, 4 Tactical Retreats, out random Eden's Javelin. This deck didn't play a lot of different cards. Like, if you see this deck, it's very small in the different types of cards it played. He played Izzy and Joe. This Tamer, by the way, is super bonkers this format. Anyone that says otherwise is just wrong. This Tamer is insane. It punishes the opponent for overextending, or just having to play an extra card because they need to, punishes them. And between that and the 4 Reinforced Memory Boost, this deck is insane. So yeah, Security Control definitely taking advantage of the Cordramons, the Pot of Greed, and Tactical Retreats for the memes. Good deck, honestly. 5th place, pretty good. Next we go to Gobblebond. This was the ancient version, and he played a 3-3 line of the ancient Garuru and the Lobomon that goes into it. And despite that, he's also playing 4 regular Lobo and 2 Kendo for the OTK potential, and he was playing Stereomons to help with the hybrids. And one blue memory boost, which is super interesting. I'd definitely play more, but I guess it worked for him. And he played Kikaida's Breath and Wavy Wingblade over Rattlestar, which honestly is fine. He probably was just like, you know what, I don't want to risk it on the Rattlestar, I just want straight consistency. So Kikaida's Breath and Wavy Wingblade always do the same thing all the time. And that's kind of okay. And the rest of the deck is pretty regular, so I do like this. I think it's pretty good. Jetsmon, 7th place. This is looking a lot more like a Jetsmon deck that's abusing the starter deck cards, as you can see here with the 4 Guilmons, the Galamon from the starter deck, the Geo Greys. This looks a lot like Izzy's list. I think this is Izzy's list now that I think about it. Went as far as the 3-2 split Agumon. Yeah, this is definitely Izzy's list. So Izzy's list. Shout out here to a 7th place. This was... Who was this? Shane? Well done, Shane. You know what? If it works, it works. Only the level 4s, only level 5s for the 4 saviors. He just wanted sheer consistency and just rolled Jetsmon to the day. Either works fine or it doesn't. And that's pretty good. And the final deck here was the red-blue Gobblebond list, which is, I believe, card for card. Oh, actually it's not. He played 3 Lobos and 3 Kendos this time. I'm pretty sure that was different from last time. If I'm wrong, tell me. But I'm pretty sure that's different. The 4 Kiarumon is actually kind of interesting. But besides that, an absolute blast, the same text, Sora and the Joes, the 1 of Gobblebond promo. This looks very similar to the red-blue Agumon we're used to. The whole game plan of the deck is set up a Red Tamer, and then Delicate Plan and Lightning Just your Gobblebond for game. That's what the deck does. That's its win con. It's pretty cool. So with that out of the way, that finishes our second tournament recap, our second Circuit Digimon tournament recap. What do you guys think about it? Are you guys enjoying the Circuit series? Do you like these decks? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. I'm out of here, so see you later. Merry Christmas and all that, and we'll talk to you later. Bye!